Hello there, this is Janvi, and today I'll be giving a simple walkthrough of a project that I've created titled Blog Post Web Application. This application is basically something which I've created by combining front end, back end, and the database. So we can say that it's kind of like a full stack web application. The technologies that I've used are HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap for the front end. I've used Laravel, which is basically a PHP framework used for developing the backend of a website. And I've also integrated this with the MySQL database. So let's head over to the code first. I've basically implemented this code in the Visual Studio Code editor. Now you can see in the project directory over here in the demo app that we have like multiple number of folders such as GitHub, app, Bootstrap, config, database and stuff. So before going further, we need to keep in mind that since this project has been created using Laravel, we need to understand that Laravel is an MVC framework. So it follows the model view controller pattern, where a model basically acts as an interface between the database and the view. View is something that we render onto the screen, something that the user can see, and controller is responsible for manipulating the model in order to show the data on the view. So we can basically check out our web application using the terminal. So we need to perform two steps over here. The first step is we have to build and compile the assets of our project, and we can do that by typing in npm run dev command here. So this is important because we need to compile our assets before actually setting up the local development server. So once this is done, I will open up another terminal and then I will set up our local development server. Now there is one advantage to using Laravel is that Laravel has its own local development server. So you don't necessarily need to use any local development server like WAMP, LAMP or even XAMPP as well. So on typing this, we can basically see that the server is running on http colon 127.0.0.1 on port 8000. So now we have arrived at the first page of our website, which is nothing but the home page. The home page basically consists of an hero image with this caption, welcome to Blogspot. And then we have a button over here which says create your blog post today. So moreover, when we scroll down, we can see that there are some topics that I've given to this blog post, such as business, finance, technology, sports, education, and health. And I've created these cards using the Bootstrap grid. And I've also used certain cards. You can see that these are cards which have been created to show these multiple domains that actually categorize the blog posts. And we can see that the footer basically contains the Blogspot logo. This is the navigation bar, and we have these social media handle icons at the bottom. And similarly, at the top, we have the logo. We have the search bar wherein you can search for blogs or topics. And then we have the navigation bar consisting of home, about, posts, and the usual login and register. So initially, I had mentioned that we have this button over here. On clicking, we can start creating our new blog post. So when we click on this, the application will lead to the login page. And this is because we cannot just immediately start to create a blog post. For that, we will have to set up an account or we have to log into our account. So here, we have to log into our account. So I'll provide some credentials. Uh, for demo purposes, I will be using an existing account here. So this is the email ID and I'll enter the password. Okay. So let's log into the system. So we can see that we can directly create a post. Now, because we had clicked on the button to create a post, it will directly navigate to the create a post page over here. And you can see that when we create a post, you have to enter the title of the post, the body of the post. You can include an image, including the image is optional. And we have to keep in mind that if you want to include an image, it has to be less than 2 MB according to the Laravel constraints. Okay. And we can head over to the about section over here. But before that, I would like to show you that when we go to the home page, it will return the very first page that we see when opening up the website. So here is the about page. The about page is basically some text which describes what the website actually is and how you can leverage it to the max. Then we come to the main page, that is the posts page. Now this posts page will contain all the blog posts that have been created by all users who use this web application. So you can see that these blog posts have actually been designed with the help of Bootstrap cards, where we can see the image on the left hand side and we can see the title of the post and the timestamp on the right hand side. So you can see like we have like the benefits of early rising, then web development made easy, how to select universities for your postgraduate programs and stuff. And on the top, you can see that there is an icon over here. There is a plus icon. When we click on the plus icon, we can basically create a new post. And let's head over to this and see how we can create a new post for this particular user. So I click on this. So we can create a post. Now let's just think of creating a new post titled first post. Then I'm just going to give a simple body over here. This is the new post, and we can choose a file over here. So when we choose a file, it will basically open this dialog box out of which we can select any file of our choice. So let's just go with this one. This is a nice beach photo. Let's go with this, and we'll submit this. And on submitting, we can see that the post has been successfully created. We get a notification over here, and we can see at the bottom that our post has been successfully created. Now, we want to see whether the post has actually been created in the database table. So for that, we'll first go on to our command panel. We'll open up MySQL using this command over here. So we have MySQL u root p. Then I'll be entering the MySQL password. All right. Then I'm going to check out the databases. So this is the list of the databases. I'm going to use the Laravel data because that's the database we have used for storing our data into. So I've changed the database. And I'm going to see the tables. So we can see that these are the number of tables that we have stored in the Laravel data database. Now, whatever data is there about posts, we have stored all of that data into the posts table. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to retrieve all the rows from the posts table here. So we can see that these are the posts that have been created using the create post functionality. It contains the ID, it contains the user ID, the title, the cover image name, the body, and then the created and updated are timestamps. So we can see that the very recent post that we added was titled first post. And we can also see the body. This is a new post, the timestamp, the time which it was created, and also the name of the image that we have added to this post. In this case, it is the Greek beach. All right. So we can see that this particular post has been added to our database table. All right. Now let's see if we can edit this post. Now, obviously, you will only be allowed to edit those posts which you have created as a user, right? So when we look at this post, we see that there is a title, there is this image that we have rendered, this image, then the body, and the timestamp. So we have two options over here to edit the post and delete the post. So now I'm going to show you how we can edit this post. So first we can click on edit post. Now what do I want to edit about this post? So I want to edit the body. So let me just type some extra things. Welcome to my new post. All right. So I edited the body. I'm going to keep the image and the title as it is. And now I'm going to submit it. All right. So on submitting, we can see that the post has been successfully updated, and we scroll down. We see that we click on first post, and we see that the image body, the body near under the image has been successfully updated. Now let us see if this has actually changed in our database table. So we'll go back to the command line. We'll just copy this, select star from posts, and we're just going to again run this particular command, and we can now see that the body that we had initially typed, that is, this is a new post, it has been successfully updated to this is a new post, welcome to my new post. And this indicates that the changes have been successfully updated in the posts table. Now let's do another thing. Let's take this a step ahead. Now I'm going to show you what happens when we delete this post. So we have an option to delete the post over here. And when we click on delete post, it will automatically direct us back to the posts page. The post has been successfully deleted, and then we can see that the post is no longer visible on this page, which means that this post has been deleted. And to show it to you on the database table, we'll again run this query. All right. Now we can see that this particular post has been deleted. We can no longer see the post title, the post body, the created timestamp, and the image which we had chosen for this particular post. So we see that the delete operation has also been successfully performed. Now, so now let me show you another thing. This was for a particular user, right? So what we can do is we can also try to create a new account. But before that, I would also want to show you the dashboard. So we have two options over here when we click on this username. We have my dashboard and then we have logout. So let me show you the my dashboard page. The dashboard page basically consists of all the posts that this particular user has posted onto the website. Here we can see the title, we can see all the posts that this particular user has published, and we also have the option to edit the post. Now, for example, if I want to edit this post, how to select universities for your postgraduate programs, we can click on edit post, and we automatically have the option to edit the post over here. And just as I had shown earlier, once we edit the post and we submit it, it will get reflected onto the database. All right. Now we're going to log out. So once after we have logged out, we can basically see that it returns back to the home page. Now we have another option, that is to register. And if you're a new user, you would definitely consider registering. So I'm just going to create a new account now. We have the name field, and I'm just going to give the name as Tom Sawyer. Okay, we're going to go with a fictional character. Then I'm going to give a new email ID over here. All right, then we're going to confirm the password. Okay, then we register. So on registering, this will basically direct us to the home page. And as we can see, this is a new user. So obviously this user doesn't have any posts. But we can start by creating a new post by clicking on the plus icon over here. So when we click on the plus icon, it will direct us to the create post page. And now I would like to create a new post. Tom Sawyer's post. So I'm just going to give a small body to this particular post. All right. And then I'm now going to choose a new file, an image file. Okay, so I want to go with this one. Okay, so this is the image. When we click submit, it will redirect us back to the post page. The post has been successfully created. And when we scroll down, we can see that Tom Sawyer's post is visible on the posts page. So we click on this, and yet we have another option to edit and or delete this post. Now I'm going to show you how these changes have been reflected onto the database table. All right. So let's run this query again. Select asterisk from posts. All right. So we can see that a new ID, title, body, and so have been created for this particular user. The name obviously is Tom Sawyer's post. The body is this is a new post. We have the timestamps and we also have the image name. This shows that the post has been created and it has accordingly been updated into the database table. So initially I had mentioned that we have certain tables which exist in the Laravel database. We have another table that is users table. I'm going to show you the changes in the users table. The users table will basically contain the number of users. It will contain a list of all the users that have registered onto this particular website. So for that, I am going to use this query select asterisk from users. All right. So this will basically give me a table of all the registered users onto this website. So we can see the most recent addition is Tom Sawyer. This is the email address. Then we have the email verified at, which is null. So basically, the email verification will only take place when you will send an email verification to your actual email address. Then we have the password, and we can see that this is basically a long string token because obviously you cannot disclose the password publicly. So they have basically encrypted it into some text form which cannot be read. This is the remember token. This is the created timestamp as well. So this particular user created an account on this day, this month, this year, and it will also show the time at which this has been created. So we can see that the users table has also been appropriately updated. All right. Now let's go back and let me show you another functionality. So this is a new post that has been created by this user Tom Sawyer, right? Now let's go on to some other post. For example, I'll take this web development made easy post. We can see that we can only observe the image, the post body and the timestamp, but we do not see the edit or the delete functionalities. And this is because we obviously cannot edit or delete a post that doesn't belong to us. So the Laravel backend has actually taken care of this, ensuring that a post that doesn't belong to you is neither deleted nor edited by you. So then once after we log out, again as usual, we can see that we come back to the home page, and that was pretty much the walkthrough of this simple blog post application that I've created. I hope you've liked my presentation. Thank you.